Hello Bookish friends, welcome to another video which I'm doing for the celebration of this channel. In this video, I'm actually talk about my top 5 least favorite books since I joined BookTube. I've joined BookTube in August 2019, so I chose my least favorite books among the ones that I've read since August 19 until the end of July 2024. Choosing 5 books for this video was not easy, and ranking those was even harder because I did not like those books for very different reasons. So I decided to go with the feeling that I had today. If I rank them tomorrow, I might rank them differently. But those 5 were certainly the books that I've liked the least in the last 5 years. The second work that I finished today was a e-arc that I received from Book Sirens, which was a romance novella called This Isn't Working Out by Audie Lewis. In this romance novella, Lily is a ghostwriter who's trying to find love after ending a very toxic relationship with her ex. And she one day, in a blind date set by her best friend's husband, she encounters Ben, who saves her from a very annoying situation. And when husband of her best friend wins a workout program, but decides to give Lily, since he is already working out with another trainer. And when Lily goes to the first workout, quite reluctantly actually, because she has never been fond of working out, finds out that the trainer is Ben, and sparks fly between Ben and Lily. I think I should stop requesting e-arcs of romance novellas. Like the title suggests, novella didn't work out. I really found the heroine quite immature, although she was in her mid-30s. Some of the unfortunate coincidences that she endured during the workout routine were a bit frustrating to read after a while. I literally rolled my eyes in some of the scenes. Moreover, the writing was very simple and ordinary. Even though I liked the main male characters a bit more, I thought he was too persistent. The only thing that I liked about the book was the scene where her best friend became absolutely truthful to Lily, because she really deserved that talk. I only finished the book because it was very short and quite easy to follow. So I gave This Isn't Working Out by Audie Lewis a 4 out of 10. I read The Night Train to Lisbon, which was one of my most anticipated reads of the month because of the synopsis, because the synopsis was so engaging. It tells the story of a man who finds a book written in Portuguese and suddenly drops everything and goes to Lisbon with a night train to find out more about the author and follow the footsteps of the author, who was also a doctor who resisted the Portuguese dictator Salazar. This was my most disappointing book of the month. If it was not for the book club book, I would have DNF'd it. First of all, maybe it was because of the translation. I'm not really sure, because I read it in Turkish. I could not connect with the writing style of the book in the book that was written by the Portuguese doctor. I thought the writing style was pretentious, and some of it I think was nonsense, in my opinion, of course. Even though the parts about the Swiss instructor's actions who came to Lisbon to investigate this author made sense, and I understood them perfectly, because I could not understand what motivated him to come to Lisbon, because he fell in love with his writing, and the story pointed out the fact that his writing was enormously beautiful and very moving and effective. I had hard time being invested in the story, as well as being not connected with the Swiss instructor. And the tempo was incredibly slow as well. Also, I was expecting to know more about the Salazar's time, the dictator's time in Portugal. I mean, it made some hints about how ruthless the dictatorship was, but those hints were not enough to satisfy my curiosity. So it was a disappointment in many different ways. That's why I gave it 4 out of 10. The reason I did not rate it lower was because some of the secondary characters were very interesting, in my opinion. So Night Train to Lisbon was my lowest rated book of the month. I finished the book that I lent from the library. I actually borrowed this book because of 2 reasons. One of them is that I really did like the novel Like Water for Chocolate from this author, Esquivel. And the second reason was that I really did love the cover of this book. I think it's a fantastic design. Turkish title of the Spanish book is Lupita ütü yapmayı seviyordu, which can be translated as Lupita likes to iron clothes. And when I looked at the Spanish title, it is more or less means the same thing. And there is an English translation of this book. It's very interestingly titled Pierced by the Sun. In this book, Lupita is a police officer who works in the traffic department, but becomes a very close witness of the murder of the mayor. We follow the events after this murder from mostly Lupita's point of view, as well as the very tragic events that Lupita faced in her past, such as sexual assault, rape, alcoholism, and the death of her son. I was very much disappointed by this book. I thought the writing was chaotic, and the plot seemed a bit interesting at first, with her being the witness to a very interesting murder. And then both because of the confusing writing style, as well as a very pessimistic past of Lupita, made me lose my interest gradually as the book progressed. If the book was not a very short book, I would have certainly DNF'd it. Although the solution of the mystery was sort of interesting, because the focus was on something else entirely, which did not interest me at all. So I gave this book 4 out of 10, which is the lowest rating that I gave to a book this year in 2022. And I think I learned not to be fooled by just the cover, but read the synopsis as well. It's a contemporary romance novella again, Skewering Brenea by Susan Stoker. The subgenre of the book was mentioned as romantic suspense. I think it had no plot, no story, just some scenes about how sweet their love is. It was actually sweet, and that's why I gave it actually not 1 star but 2 stars. The main event was not suspenseful at all. The heroine was sort of in a danger, and the hero rescued her, of course. That's the thing. Maybe that's why I didn't like it so much as well, because I am so tired of damsel in distress situations. Things were so unconnected that I could not get into the feeling. I could not get the feeling at all enough to actually label this book as the worst book that I have read in 2019. Book that I finished was an audiobook that I was listening in the last days of April, which was a young adult thriller called Even If We Break by Marieke Nijkamp. I was currently in the thriller mode and added so many thrillers to my TBR. And this thriller was the oldest thriller on my Storytel application, and I wanted to give it a try. In this book, 5 friends who are a part of a role-playing game do go to a cabin in the woods to play one final game in which they solve murder mysteries. And those friends who belong to the group have overcome some difficulties and have grown really apart from each other. So they see this as a kind of farewell opportunity. And when they come to the cabin, one of their friends disappear in the first day, and the second one gets murdered. When I talk about plot about this book, the book sounds interesting, isn't it? On the other hand, this was one of the worst thrillers that I have read. I don't know if it was trying to be a thriller or a young adult contemporary with themes of gender inclusion, tolerance, low self-esteem, and unrequited love. Even in a contemporary young adult novel, inclusion of so many themes would be overwhelming. And in a plot that is supposed to be a thriller, I thought it was very, very unrealistic that they would have thought about those issues in a life and death situation. Moreover, the main problem was that it was written in a stream of conscious way in which the characters thought about those times. If it were done in a way that the flashbacks were told from third-person point of view, I think it would still be overwhelming to read about and would slow the plot, but it would at least be believable. And one last thing was that after the identity of the killer was revealed, there were 30 minutes of more listening time, which is very, very unusual in a thriller book. Overall, I was very, very disappointed with this book and gave it only 4 out of 10. Those were my least favorite 5 books since I've joined BookTube. Please comment down below, have you read any of the books that I mentioned in this video? And if you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. As for Turkish word of the day, I'm going to choose epic. Epic means destansı in Turkish, and destansı is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day.